What we did see, by mistake, was like 3 seconds of the nightmare scene.
Yeah.
On Twitter that was going around. It was longer than that. I think the clip is like a minute. We saw a few seconds, but even in that 3 seconds, we did have a moment of like, whoa, that's cool. No, turn it off.
It was a very conflicting moment because you're like, I want to keep looking at this. I want to turn the sound on, but also I have to swipe away.
Yeah. What's going on, Reject Nation? More Snyder Cut goodies today. So, 3 things. First thing, we're gonna react to the Cyborg trailer. We're probably gonna watch it again. Second thing, we'll give our thoughts on it. 3 thing, we are going to talk a little bit about the Snyder Cut leak that happened on HBO Max yesterday. Bonus 4th thing, the saga of them turning off the water in Greg's apartment continues. When I move out of here, I am unveiling the address of this place, so no one has to suffer the same fate when you're using the bathroom and the water's turned off for the next 8 hours now. This is an awesome place to live, people. Can't wait for you to experience the joy in the Valley of California. Let's do this.
Whatever happened to you, you have gifts now.
Everything breaks for you.
I can't wait to see what you can get
In
on.
the world of ones and zeros, you are the absolute master.
These boxes will get inside you and find your weaknesses and your fears.
Take your place among the brave ones. I'm not broken.
Oh, Cyborg.
Dude.
Victor. Let's watch it again. All kinds of Easter eggs I will not understand there.
Whatever happened to you, you have gifts now.
Diana?
Everything breaks for you.
I can't wait to see what you can get
In the
on.
world of ones and zeros, you are the absolute
Silas?
master.
These boxes will get inside you and find your weaknesses and your fears.
Take your place among the brave ones. I'm not broken.
I'm not broken.
And I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Yo.
It might be my favorite one yet.
Someone out there named W. Hamada is wrestling in his chair. Why is he trending? Why is he trending?
Why did they make a trailer for one of the members of the Justice League?
I love this one. Zack Snyder's been saying for the longest time that Cyborg is the heart of this story. I can absolutely see that. You know, Victor Stone, traditionally speaking, Victor Stone, football athlete, destined for the big leagues. The accident can vary for what led him down the path of having to transform into Cyborg. It does usually involve his father having to do some of his own science experimental stuff to be able to keep his son alive. The dynamics with his father generally tend to be that his father, genius level scientist, but, you know, emotionally unavailable. They have an emotionally strained relationship. Their mother also did die. Sometimes the mother dies in the process of the accident that occurs with developing Cyborg. There's variations of the tale of how it all occurred. Sometimes she died beforehand. All I'm trying to get at is Victor Stone has a very tragic background. He has a very tragic story. This handsome athlete who is just robbed of his future and turned into essentially like a body horror tale. Actually, the show Doom Patrol captures it very well. They really hone in on some strong body horror elements, especially in that first season. They have him say that line of "I'm not broken." Already there, you get the arc. you see where that's going.
And I'm not alone.
I can imagine this is a guy who feels all those things, alone and broken, and then now through this journey can find a way to not feel alone and to see that there's a purpose for his existence and that this isn't just some unfortunate fate he has to live, you know?
It's not a curse for all time.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think that's like I don't know what that is. Someone will tell us. That's what will be all the comments, right? All the comments will not be the feedback on anything else we said. It'll just be me asking,
You forgot this.
What's going on? And I've heard that there's supposed to be some type of visual sequence where Victor does see all that he's capable of, where he does see his family. I think that's also from the same moment where he's like guiding the missiles in that one of the trailers. So this is like a visioner going into his own consciousness of seeing all that he's capable of. Maybe, but all the comments will tell us what it is. I didn't shower today. And
Okay,
yeah,
it's okay.
John,
You're doing excellent.
what thought do you have?
I just really enjoyed this trailer. I mean, having seen obviously Justice League, but also I started watching Doom Patrol back over Christmas, and I at least got partway through the first season, and plan to continue it. But I was really endeared to Cyborg through that show, especially, and then seeing this here and looking at the other trailers we've had. There's a lot of bombast. There's a lot of big sort of fan servicey stuff that's been going on, and I feel like because this movie served back when it was first coming out to sort of really introduce Cyborg to the DCEU in a major way, this spot sort of felt like it was the most tonally grounded and consistent. Like, it really felt like I was watching a little clip of Cyborg's story, less so than a big ad for Justice League that's focused on one hero,
Right.
So yeah, I really was endeared to this, and it felt like the way that this is expressing itself certainly made me feel like, oh yeah, probably the biggest heart of the movie is going to be in relating to and looking through the eyes of Victor Stone,
Yeah, and I thought I felt like the tone of this one really hit.
Yeah, and it
Had a lot of
wasn't
heart.
like, it was a new flavor also for me in terms of the like contemplative quality it had. Like, there's a lot of grim and harsh imagery for this movie. It's a very huge scenario, but this one had, like a more human quality, even though it is, one of the most enhanced and non-human-ish characters to look at,
Yeah, man. This is gonna be cool. And also, with all the unfortunate things that Ray Fisher has been going through lately, I have the utmost faith he's gonna give a very, very awesome, super impressive performance. I think he's gonna kill it. I feel like after we see his performance here, we're gonna be demanding that he continue on as Cyborg. In the midst of all this chaos he's been going through, Zack Snyder has still been out there saying, like, I think I'm most excited for people to see a Cyborg. I believe Ray Fisher's gonna do an awesome job, and I cannot wait to see what he does here. Because I heard he, as much as that Justice League thing, especially his relationship with it, one of my main takeaways was him and Ezra Miller were like the best parts of that.
Guys,
even though Ray Fisher's like very outspoken about his experiences with that movie, and so I'm like, you're really one of the best parts to me.
So like, tops to you for being professional.
What'd you guys think of the trailer? Let's talk about the Snyder Cut Leaks. I'll tell you guys, man. So what happened was, some people were watching Tom and Jerry. Some people clicked Tom and Jerry. Some people were in the middle of Tom and Jerry. And then Zack Snyder's Justice League started playing. And let me tell you, it is a great movie. Wow. I knew this would be good, but I didn't think it'd be that good.
Or that funny.
Yeah. It was really surprised. No, obviously didn't catch it. What we did see, by mistake, was like 3 seconds of the nightmare scene.
Yeah.
On Twitter that was going around. It was longer than that. I think the clip is like a minute. We saw a few seconds, but even in that 3 seconds, we did have a moment of like, whoa, that's cool. No, turn it off.
It was a very conflicting moment because you're like, I want to keep looking at this. I want to turn the sound on, but also I have to swipe away.
Yeah, it was just like an automatic playing thing, and then it was like 3 seconds, like, whoa!
Oh my god! I can't talk about that on the internet.
But there's theories going around, a very common belief that Warner Brothers intentionally did this. I don't think it's any secret that Warner Brothers has been trying to shut down the Snyder Cut and Zack Snyder's Justice League for the longest time. Yeah, I don't think that's any secret at all.
But why Tom and Jerry?
I completely agree with everyone on that. Warner Bros. Has been a total, like, they've been D-bags about the whole thing when it comes to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Every thought you concluded over the years, then you end it with Zack Snyder's interview in Vanity Fair recently. You're like, oh yeah, okay, it's all nonsense. I honestly think it was just a mistake. I don't know what Warner Brothers stands to benefit from. What do they stand to benefit from doing that?
Test screening. Some audience
like,
feedback.
let the word get, like, they think it's is the theory that, I mean, maybe you guys can clarify for me, is the theory that Warner Brothers thinks the movie's so bad that if they leak it, that people will go on social media and say it's so bad not to watch it. Like
Maybe.
I don't know what the big conspiracy is behind it. Like it doesn't really, to me, it just sounds like this has happened with streaming platform. Maybe not for a movie on this level of, you know, monumental anticipation. But, you know, even recently with WandaVision, there were people who were like, oh, damn, I got this early. Like, it started happening early, and then other people weren't able to play it at all.
Yeah, weird things happen, especially in the world of streaming video where nothing is a hard copy anymore and all sorts of things can go wrong.
I will say, though, that conspiracy theories aside, and while some of them do sound rather valid, I do think it's pretty upsetting that it does leak, because this is a movie that, since BVS, people have been wanting this, especially since 2017, people have really been wanting this, and people have fought for this for a very long time. And so it deserves its proper release. So for it to get leaked, regardless of whether or not, even if it's just a mistake, it's still very upsetting.
Oh, yeah.
It's still very annoying.
I hope it's a mistake.
I hope it's just a mistake, too. This movie deserves its proper due. It deserves its proper release. For that to happen to this one...
Yeah, I know. What are the odds after everything? And that's the thing, is like, I guess my main question about the conspiracy idea would be, why would Warner Brothers want to do that, given the fact that they're probably banking on this to make them some money on the subscription service and to help keep people
Even
around.
if they don't like it.
Yeah, I know. It's like, even if we have problems, unless that's just how big their money is that they can do, like, just torpedo a movie out of spite. But I feel like that would be so detrimental to their bottom line. I mean, more money was sunk in to make this happen, and, you know, a lot of that came apparently from Zack Snyder, but they forked over some too. So yeah, why would you want to shoot yourself in the foot and lose more money doing it?
Yeah, you know, it's like, it comes out in 10 days. I'm sure they're just making sure their 4-hour playback is going to be fine. You know, you're constantly hearing about on Disney Plus at midnight, people are like, can't load it, can't load it.
Bet, yeah.
And I feel like they're trying to avoid that with this movie, that they want people to be able to load the server for their 4-hour film. You know, the most
big file.
One of the most anticipated movies of the year, the thing that got HBO Max the most attention before they were like, let's put everything on here.
Yeah.
It was Snyder Cut. I feel like it was just a mistake. Either way, it's a mistake that shouldn't have occurred. And if you are some asshole who's putting out leaks on the internet to that extent, yesterday we put out our Dark Side trailer reaction. Zack Snyder was on Vero and he said that it's an ad, and Ray Porter came out and was like, no, it's all good. It's legit.
I checked.
It's fine. And I think there's supposed to be like an HD YouTube version going up tomorrow. But as far as it stands, it's an ad. It's not a leak. But if you are putting out leaks, I mean, nothing's really going to stop you, but I can tell you that you're an asshole.
You're not
doing that.
You're not a friend of the Snyder Cut movement if you're doing that.
Yeah, guys, this is just a fascinating time in American history.
I think Tom and Jerry did it. That sounds like some shit
Sounds
they would
like
do.
a Tom and Jerry shenanigan, doesn't it?
exactly.
Do you think WB is behind it? Leave your thoughts down below.
Was it Mephisto?
Subscribe, click that notification bell, hit that like button. Last but not least,
Pandemic Jones, but I did it slower this time. I'm mixing it up, man. Just wanted to shout you out, say what's up. Now I'm thinking your superhero origin as Pandemic Jones. Maybe there was an explosion, a brother box went off, your father, brilliant scientist, Disease Jones. I'm trying to make Pandemic Jones a superhero origin similar to Cyborg. You know what, man? You got great taste in pop music. You're someone who's always recommending me stuff where I'm like, damn, I was looking to get more...
That's boring. Go back to the Cyborg.
Okay, so anyway, he fixes your body by taking various viruses and making a humanoid form out of it and leaving the parts of you that were still intact. And from there, you can harness the power of and communicate with any and all bacteria, which, when you think about it, is actually a great ability. So you could have power over immunity and all sorts of things, man. It's a good... Share it with the world. You're Pandemic Jones. It's better than Osmosis Jones.
And now we end the video.